purpose, but I was driven like a fast freight. Both of my souls help, I am mass great. Sagacious as a fast late, and dangerous as the band straight. Here to expose those foes who impose mass rape on our old people and land massively past the bash face. Pay attention, y'all. They counted decrees and transhumanism, cryptocurrency, various vaccine passports ranking currently. Jobs lost, food shortages, jab used eternally to keep nuisance for all next subjects of servitude. Locked in a blockchain, a fake play of urgency. Walls wood around the White House as they feign emergency. Whole time kill the stock exchange is certainly, definitely empty. NFTs push fervently. I was paying attention. Cause you get steep. The switch from fire to digital means they hoping to keep the original shareholders of the land in a broken video game through a non-fungible token, giving the individual notion that now one's controlling their holdings. Worse than a non-refundable note when a pale-faced name chemical coins net worth is growing. Same switch will be used to control the ebb and flow, and every Bitcoin store purchase Satoshi Nakamoto winch. Why they encourage drinking and smoking, but every day there's a new distraction, some commotion. They prefer us sitting around getting fat, laughing, joking, and virtual reality mechanisms for coping. Technological elixir, black who most are soaked in DNA modification, AI invoking. They've been showing and telling us their goals in the open. I've chosen to expose them in their marketing and promotion. Watch out for the false flags, but know that this war is real. And it's their agenda to wipe us clean off this earth, at least those of us whose DNA is still intact. We thank God you. Which path will you take? You are the glitch the system is afraid of.
Feels like we're backsliding. Feels like we're backsliding.
I'm probably not gonna get no marketing or promotion for this one. I'm probably not gonna get no marketing or promotion for this one. Indigenous resistance. Warrior spirit. TRU Island. This is for my peoples. Too much debate, too much hating, too much faking, too much grand staging, too much handshaking, too much land taking, too much manipulating.
Screen and the virus. They just couldn't wait. I'm grateful. It does me beautiful. I love it.
Too much instigating, too much insinuating, you too much of an Asian. Celebrities too heavenly bodies got you stargazing, dilated peoples, stark amazement, top chart chasing, your heart racing, spellbound, too much dark sayings. Am I saying too much in my paint can graffiti art, spraying too much to spark in the dark basement day, breaking.
I see y'all messages, right? If I unplug it, it's gonna go off. Well, I see y'all messages, right? But I can't. And then I'm attempting to get it over to the new phone that I purchased with money I really didn't have. Just so that way I, keep reading and stuff and talking to y'all to elevate you. I mean, you would think that I feel something, but no, because I'm gonna share something with y'all, man. There's nothing they can do. It doesn't stop me knowing how it ends. It doesn't stop what's going to happen to them. It doesn't stop nothing. This is how funny they are. I guess they figured I'd be stirred. I'm just attempting to figure all of this out because I don't make it my business to remember passwords because I don't care about none of this stuff. They can't comprehend where I'm at. They want y'all to deal with them weaponized and them being I'm like way beyond that. I'm so far way beyond that. No, literally. And it doesn't matter what they believe in their fictional existence. None of them. That's why I leave stuff on. I know they can see. I don't care. I don't think they get it. What they're doing, they're hammering and this, that, and the other. While everybody's running around crazy, they want a civil war. And they're going to get it, and they're not going to survive it. I don't care if they got a ship as big as America hovering over. And if it's all technical, it don't matter. They're not going to win. I'm not giving false hope to nothing. I don't have to give energy to something I've seen a fucking million times. I don't even want to see it. So these idiots, and you can see that they're dealing with something other than you. And they're being made aware of their existence. And they think it's godly, or whatever the fuck that means, right? They don't win. It shows you how stupid they are and neglectful. That they haven't paid attention to all the absurdities they've been partaking in. They don't get it. That's not even relinquishing information as far as the story. The reality is, whatever they do, it doesn't change shit. It really doesn't. It doesn't. It's funny, y'all. It's funny to me. And I don't mean like what you express to be laughable or plausible and laughable. I know. It's just to doubt it and see it all the time. Random Simpson too. I can't type. I was gonna do a video chat with everybody, but I couldn't hit the thing to get it going. Even though I got a good idea where it's at, I was just like, nah, you know what? Just let it be, you know what I mean? This is some funny stuff, bro. So I pretty much got everything over here. TikTok, this is a little fake Chickasaw African cat. So he's running around with a fake account, 2 posts. He's reporting because he works for you. He works at TikTok or whatever, right? And he's running around because you see all the people who's indigenous, they're always getting blocked and accounts deleted, getting warnings for nothing, right? But you got people on there saying fuck, ass, this, that, cussing their ass off. This is how stupid they become. Little pink, blue hair, and even if they're not, even those you would think are like maybe capable, they're computer literate. They're fucking themselves. They have no idea. They don't see shit. And even their seers can't see. Even those who they've been testing to do things that you have no idea about. They can't even. It's beyond the scope, man. There's a reason for everything. They know this. They know this. So I think they think because they've been told, oh, hell doesn't really exist. That's not even a word for this shit. That is so old, stupid. This shit is 1,000,000,000 times worse. It's not it's beyond the scope of their understanding. And it was just time for it. I guess I just happened to be the fucking unlucky individual to be the lucky individual. I don't know. Maybe there's others like me. Maybe they're listening and watching. I don't know. But that's what they've done. Upload a virus, little fake ass Hindus. I'm grateful for my Hindu brothers and sisters. I know quite a few. Just stop this. I'm grateful for my Hindu brothers and sisters who have been outing this. The crayon color. What's funny is when England went there and jacked up India a long time ago. It wasn't even in England. They consummated a relationship where they started getting into, you know, the deities and whatever documents they could, especially when the Ethiopians refused to express our language, which they know good and well they need to keep buried, because when the women and the men, if you were entitled to your language, all right, everything would change. And that's what they're afraid of. Tell me if they wasn't. You know what's funny? We got brothers from here in New York and Philly and Chicago, LA, who are overseas in UK, and they're debating these so-called Africans who don't know that they're probably from here as well, talking about Africa, the motherland, learned that European bullshit, because I knew people from Africa that says, no, some of us know America's the original old world, but they know, and they also saw the whole place as the whole world. Where do you think the first time I heard Atlantis was everywhere? I heard it from my brother Bowman from South Africa, who says that he has relatives about going back 3 decades, going back 3 generations, and he was older than me by about 15 years, in his 30s or 30 something, late 30s when I was 20. All right, 2021. I used to work with him. He could have came in. He was a doctor. He knew Shaolin Kung Fu, and we used to spar and work out in the hangar bay. And though he had a kind of a round head, you could see features from his father when he showed his picture. I was like, yo, he looked like somebody from my hometown. And I saw his mom, you know, she was a very voluptuous, round-headed, you know what I'm talking about, right? Person of that diaspora, and he didn't believe that's the original place they were from. But he didn't know a whole lot, because he went to all these schools in UK and America, and he became this doctor. And when he went in the military, they wanted him to be an officer. He says, no, I'm going to work besides my brothers right here. I want to start where they're at. I want to build my way up. And he even knew. And that's what the first time I heard that. I never thought about it. So when I was traveling, I was looking for maps. He was like, wherever you go, sometimes he would go with me, because he knows I didn't want to go out. I'd go and have a drink or eat some, you know, some bread with some cheese and ham or some shit. But he would be like, look for maps and look for some books that don't have, you know, just have a date on it. And that's when I started going to them, like in Paris and all these other places. I would find, doing this yesterday, these little bookstores you could sit out in the front in a little veranda, you know what I'm saying, and drink tea and or have a beer and laugh with everybody, having wine and cheese before they go back to work. And the kids drinking this shit. And I was like, you got to be kidding. But they weren't drunks and alcoholics. It was new to me. And I was finding these goddamn old ass books that were still around with dust on them in the back, like, and downstairs. And he would be looking at me like this, because he'd been all over Paris and, you know, the Eiffel Tower when he was, you know, in his 20s. And before he joined our military, to become an American citizen. He had a green, but he wanted to be, he just wanted to be an American citizen. He knew his father was probably, or his father's parents, by a few generations were from here. He was nowhere around it. And he was a very respectful brother. Even my Moroccan brothers who worked with me. I had one Tunisian that was in the Navy with me. You see what I'm saying? Who was an E4, who guided me as far as certain things we had to do during certain operations. You know what I'm saying? That worked for the ordnance shop. We had a couple of Eritrean brothers you couldn't even tell. You thought they were us. You know what I'm saying? We even had one on the side, tall motherfuckers, based on a certain war where he didn't give up his traditions. And he, every once in a while, he couldn't put stuff in his hair and all this, but he used to do that weird and see how they used to, you know, go for the girl. You know, I was like, I learned all this when I was in the Navy as far as over there and traveling. And that's why I come on here, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess everything culminated for me to be able to see what I see. No matter what they're doing, the fluoride, all that shit it works, but it don't work. It depends on where you're at. These individuals are so sick. When I heard some of the stories, and when I heard the real stories of, no, he wasn't no king, but Leopold. When I heard some of the other individuals and how they had this one indigenous girl, they had these cannibals eat her and all this other stuff, and the motherfucker drew it, and I was like, what in the world? And they weren't even really cannibals. You get somebody drunk, you this, that, and you promise this. I mean, we live in a pretty screwed up world based on what these bastards have done. And a lot of people don't know this stuff. What's his name? French, whatever that guy's name was, whatever. I can't. I haven't looked into that over 20 years, but 20 something years. But so the lady I was talking with, she's a good friend of mine. She only lives a block away. If she was worried about it raining, when I got the phone, I shouldn't have got, because I was just gonna wait and take it to. But I knew I had some phone calls and messages, and I can't get all the messages over, even though I use Microsoft Window and everything. So I'm still looking at getting everything uploaded. I thought when I went in my Gmail, it would take everything. So what I did was I screenshot the little fucking thing, and it was supposed to do a share. It went on all night, and this morning that one went off, and no, this one went off, and this one was still saying sharing. I went in there and I saw that it had stopped, but it had kept up the screens froze. With the little less than half of the screen on top that you see, and that's just wow. They're just pressed, man. I'm not here to stop them. Obviously, I'm not here to press them. I'm just sharing some shit. And yeah, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna act, and I'm gonna say what needs to be said. You see what I'm saying? And the funny thing is, I think it's the first time I actually felt a little giddish, like laugh. You know, I actually laugh, because most time when I say it's comical, I find it funny. It doesn't mean that I'm laughing at it. It just means that keep pressing forward, man. Like y'all may they keep doing what they're doing. This shit is funny. That's what's funny to me, because no matter what the fuck they do, it's not changing a goddamn thing. Nothing at all. There's nothing they could do to change shit. I think if they stop, I don't know. If they was to stop with the idea that they'll figure out something and try again, look, I can't say nothing about that. I just know that it's gonna fucking end. And if you're on the wrong side, oh fucking well. Doesn't change shit. Doesn't change nothing. I don't give a fuck if they got 2 foot, 3 foot little monkeys, fucking things running around, I wouldn't, it doesn't matter. I just know it ends. It ends, man. It fucking ends, all of it. You know what I'm saying? And someone say, well, then why are you don't know really what I'm about to do, where I'm going. You have no idea. I'm talking to the brothers and I'm letting them know, based upon plausibility. But then what comes after that? You know, if the place is desolate and destroyed, right? The thing is, you have to remove all fear. You have to. Because there are individuals running around who are beyond disease ridden. They are so mind fucked, like Chris Angel would say, you know what I'm saying? That they have no idea. None whatsoever. It's like they're stuck in some kind of monkey ass capsule or something. I don't know. Sputnik. You know what I'm saying? I just find it funny. Not commendable, just it's funny. It really is. You know, when you can train people to fight and kill, whatever it's called, right? And destroy, you can make them the best you think they are. You can set up teams, that doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean it. It just shows that they're not as intelligent as they think they are. You know what I mean? They're not as, it doesn't matter what they've accomplished. There's many people who have done these things who are looking at the world now, and they're like, and now they're starting to wake up and they realize, well, there's something's not right. Now they refuse to listen to us, those of us who actually know some shit. The fact that we built this country, they didn't build shit. You got motherfuckers building shit that won't last fucking 20 years. How many of you had a house built by certain individuals that wasn't built like the way we built it, that still stand? You've got houses, you've got homes and buildings here that's over thousands of years old that most people think are just a few hundred years old. As stupid as they are, right? That our ancestors built. Who the fuck, why would we want to be under this duress and still continue to do the shit we did? And get low pay and this, that, and being robbed of our land. See, these motherfuckers can't even envision that because they didn't build a goddamn thing. They're just now, and they're not building nothing good. You know what I mean? They didn't build this motherfucker, North, South America, or Central America. They didn't build nothing. The majority, not all. All right? a remnant of who their people may have been. And they can't even accept that because they're supposed to be, I guess they feel there's some duality. There isn't. And those brothers around the world are giving, like, they're giving the business. I remember this one guy in New York was talking about, the DNA when it first became a thing. I got family in Congo. I says, are you aware that Congo came into existence in 1960 something? And then they wanted to argue with me about civil rights not having no effect over there. I said, what you got, Nelson Mandela and the other motherfucker, Topo, whatever they murdered? They weren't part of the civil rights movement, motherfucker. It was indicative because they met Martin and all these other individuals. I'm like, ain't do shit. Everybody's living off of what the fuck our people did. The fucking breakfast by the Panthers, everything. Before they were called the Black Panthers, they were the Panther movement. All right? And then you had the Brown and the White Panther movement. Like, that's when they were pushing with these feds, these dumb niggas who got involved to betray the people because of drugs or whatever. And y'all can see the videos of the plethora of them. All right? The dumbasses even now on their deathbeds who are saying they wish they hadn't done what they done. And so you got the same motherfuckers running around right now, and they won't be able to get old and cry out, I shouldn't have done what, because they don't know how to make choices. Everyone has a choice. But you got a plethora of fucking cowards. If they want the cowards they are, look at this. Y'all know that guy who does what's that brother? What's the brother who has got the weird, funny mustache, wears the glasses? He just did the interview with so-called ex-officer Tatum and an older police officer when Tatum was talking about it was a righteous shoot, but he tried to clean himself up. Tatum is a fucking idiot. There's a plethora of these individuals. It doesn't matter where they're from. There are brothers in UK who will tell you their origin, right? Well, I always say, like, research. Like, when did that become a state? Or when did that become a continent? Or when the fuck did that come in existence? And then when they start researching it, they always go, I knew my grandmother, my great-grandma. Okay. I always go back to Lily Wooten and James Henry Wooten. I go back to Henry. I go to on my father's side. I go to Lily Wooten, James Henry Wooten, and then on my mother's side, I always go back to I'm gonna have to pull up all the names because there's so many. I know a lot of my fathers going back damn near 13 generations, like back to so-called 14 fucking like way back. And on my mom's side, Henry Lucifer Shoust and Margaret Maggie Klein. They were both dark as midnight. You know what I'm saying? And that's 5 to 6 generations. You know, Annie Huia. I never used the word Cherokee. I didn't even know what that was until I started watching movies. And, you know, you saw these pale skins playing Cherokees. And I was like, Mama Tina and so on. And all these different names I had. You know, Uncle Tandy C. They don't look nothing like them. That's why I used to get in trouble in school. You know? Miss what? Be quiet. You know, you can't say that. Like, give up your fucking identity because you're worried about dying? Going to a church you don't respect because it hides you? Because this is the deal? When I remember telling people that we didn't really know fucking Revolutionary War. That's not what it was. The fact that France was fighting us and all these places from Canada, and I says, you don't have an idea of the people that were coming here fighting us. Hindus, all kind of motherfuckers, even before they were considered that. I'm talking, what do you mean? When they conquered the lands, the place they came after that was here to fuck us up. So every time I hear people talking about 1776, no, I'm like, shut the fuck up. And the Constitution belongs to us. This is the big game. You know what I mean? When you show the original Republicans, oh yeah, those were the slaves. The government was small. It was important to keep government small. It is big now because of these big bastards who have lied about everything. And then when you speak on Georgia, oh well, Mark Twain, people just want to ignore it because they got to be comfortable in their fucking lie. So I don't mind. May they press forward. They don't even see a good invitation compared to a bad invitation. My invitation, there's nothing good about it. Keep coming. Keep fucking coming. There's always the dumb niggas who ain't been nowhere, don't know nothing, who always got something to say. They don't know shit. especially the young ones. They don't know a goddamn thing because they don't know how to sit down and listen and take notes. You got people that are comfortable because they like messing with their little nephews and nieces. You got motherfuckers who have done a murder or something like that and think they've gotten away. They've been incorporated, and you wouldn't even fucking know it. And a plethora of other weird little goofy shits. These dumb motherfuckers have no idea. And some will say, well, that's it. I'm not worried about what he's saying. This is how ignorant motherfuckers is. And then when I tell them, I'll see you in the end, they can't even make heads or tail of that. If you think this is what you are, my brothers and sisters, you have no fucking idea of really what the fuck you are. If you think this is what you are, a name and a number and what you see, you motherfuckers have no fucking idea. You need to stay right where the fuck you're at, because that's where you're gonna end up. If you only could allow yourself to see beyond the fucking bride, the which calls they put on you, you know, which call on the horse, excuse me. If you look beyond these blinders, right, you'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And there's some people who are getting that wake up and they don't know what to do and who to say something to. Me, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't care. I really, really don't. And someone will say, well, what's care? First of all, what is care? I mean, if they're doing care, I said this the other day, right? If they're doing care and cremation, fucking under the great owl and all this other shit, why is it nobody fucking making sense of it? You use words and terms in the wrong context, not knowing what you're actually giving to. You just want to sit there and be all caught up in your little fictional world. I mean, I can sit up here and have my brothers and sisters block all of them. They can keep making accounts and they can keep blocking them. I just want them to come on in. No, wow. I'm not looking this. It's not about saving shit. I'm not here to save a goddamn thing. That's not, I don't know nothing about no saving any fucking thing. All I just know, it fucking ends. That's it. That's it. And I'm where I see these fucking faces and I'm looking down as they're walking by me, and it's like a countess. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's just I've seen it over and over and over and over and fucking over and mature. I was sitting there saying, man, if I hadn't walked the life I walked, I probably would have said, fuck this. And you know, got up the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But I'm not suicidal, but I think anybody else that see this shit, if they can't make heads or tail of it, and I can't say everything. It's just no way in the world. It's just no way. It's impossible. I just say the simplest of it. And it's all how it ends. I see you. And that's the fucking bottom line. I don't even want no part of it. And it doesn't stop. I woke up early this AM, like laying on my back, like what the fuck? And I had seeing it again. I'm like, can I stop? Can I control not seeing this? I can't even fucking stop not seeing it. I can stop seeing all the other dreams. You know what I mean? I can control them and walk into them. I can fucking move around in the dream. But this, I can't stop this shit. I don't even want to go to sleep. I was wondering why for so long, for over 20 years, I was getting 1 hour, 2 hours going to this sleep shit where they put cameras and wire me the fuck up. And they're like, okay, he's got sleep apnea, and he's also got, because I was snoring so heavy, because I sleep so hard for like 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, and then I'd just be up. And then when I was going to school, my last wife, so-called Christian wife, I didn't sleep. They were like for 2-3 days sometimes. I wouldn't go to sleep, doing homework, attempted going to school, teach the professors, you look pretty drained, Mr. Branch. No, I got fencing practice. I got to make it to the gym. I'll see you later. You know what I mean? Oldest guy in the classroom, back in college, and then I go do the fencing, and then I go and do the wrestling. And then, you know, it's like, and I know and this is with injuries, you know, for the credits, and also because of stuff that I like doing. Always in the gym. And they're like, and even she, I think, used to be like, you got to get some sleep. I used to lay in the bed and just look at her. You know what I mean? Like, and be wide the fuck awake. Like scared to go to sleep. You know what I mean? Now I'm getting sleep, and it's like I can't hide these fucking dreams. Or whatever you want to call them. fucking can't dismiss them. I can't get away from them. When I go to sleep, I attempt to think of like fields of grass, and big trees, children playing. No, there I am. I see what happens. Whew. Some weird shit. And then it's not even a room. It's like I'm starting to get a different interpretation of what the Gulf means. And I don't know. And I see so many fucking like people. So I don't know what the fuck it is. And I see them looking up at me, and I'm just looking at them, and I don't fucking get it. I can't explain it. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's every fucking night. Every fucking night. Every fucking night. And when I've talked to therapists and shit like that, they sit there like this. And then I don't say nothing to them. And I ask them, how's your life going? Stay on the right path. You got a baby on the way? And in my head, I'm going, oh man, stupid. I say, hey, you got any places in the mountains? And you know, I talk in a way where they don't hear it whenever I get a new therapist, because you know, you do damage to some of these motherfuckers. They got to see a therapist. From New York to Jersey to fucking, and so I just realized I can't talk like that. I can't say that shit because he's this, it's IQ, but he's fuck. I remember when they came when I was in East Orange, VA, right? And the motherfucking government came down to G-Man wanting to do IQ tests. And a nurse told me, who's been there for a long time, says, just fail it. I was like, what do you mean? She says, we see, because I got stuff I can show you here that I paintings and stuff I made. She says, just fail it. So I didn't even ask her what the fuck she meant, you know? And so when I didn't purposely try to fill anything, but when he started asking the correlating questions of this and what did you remember and stuff like that, if I remembered it, I says, oh, I think I remember like a few things, bicycle, red car in front of a house, was it a tree or fire? I'd make up shit, you know? And then when they show the little splash things, you know, looking like, you know, like, is that a butterfly? What is that you see right there? And it looks like fucking candy lips. Or, you know, it's not color. It's all black splatters, like. And I just sit there and I didn't allow myself to say what the fuck I saw. And he grabs his little briefcase and is in his suit and he, okay, Mr. Branch. And I'm like, what the fuck was that all about? My boy Muhammad? Yeah, that was an IQ test. An IQ test. I was like, what the fuck is that? And so I went to the library and found out what it was. And then I went to ask the nurse, why is it important to fail this? Because they had cameras there, and she was like, just don't pass it. If they come back again, don't make it obvious. Just don't pass it. I never interpret that shit. If you've been to the VA and you know what I'm talking about, this dream won't fucking stop. And I really wanted to. I wanted to stop. I'm tired of fucking seeing it. I was sitting there even attempting to convince myself it has to be all the years of looking at all these goofy ass movies, but it's the same fucking shit. And when I attempt to get out and I turn around, it's right the fuck there. When in the so-called dream, when I'm seeing the end, I'm like, holy shit! If this ain't some Marvel comic shit. And that's what I used to wake up saying, like sweating, beads of fucking sweat, pillows soaking fucking wet. I'm putting shit in the washing machine. What the fuck? And it's like 73 degrees, you know? And it's not my blood pressure. It's fucked up. All right? Does that make you feel happy? That's what the fuck. And so to do goofy shit like this, whatever, it ain't stopping the goddamn thing. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Next time, get you some of this shit. and roll your fat ass blunt. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting fucked up, mellow out. You know what I mean? Yep, it's an earning, all right. Yeah, blinders. That's okay. $25, man, make the best of it, bro. Make the best of it while you can. That's all I can say to that. Like, if you're 25, because you're not getting, the old saying, you're not going to get no younger, which I find is bullshit. They just have a system where you cannot access the reality of your truth. And like I said, it's going to end. All this that's going on, fuck. You know what I mean? It's going to be fucked up. Bastards of the Panthers, exactly. Actually, that's what my boy, he's from the Caribbeans, and because they have, us Panthers there helping out, and he says the fuck the bastards of the Panthers who fucked them up. He says the same thing. I saw him yesterday because he makes good money and he races side by side. He's a big old boy married to a Navajo woman from the islands. But yeah. You got to know thyself, and they're making it hard. Most people accept where they're at, and you can't blame them because the system is it's not perfect, but damn, it's established. Most people have a hard time dealing with any kind of truth. I don't know if this is the truth. I'm going to be clear on that. I just know that I've seen the dream so many fucking times. When I saw the guy, my boy from Chicago, half Italian, Sicilian, and he left me standing there with this motherfucker, and people still with his eyes closed this way and this way, but he wasn't there for nothing bad. He was talking to me, and I could tell he was attempting to tell me something, and then later on, that was the first time. And I remember that a little ugly ass woman with that funky looking velour, black fucking, and I'm talking about this motherfucking white, eyes is deep, dark, black coal. Little short motherfucker came out, lifted up that ugly little Annie fucking get your, that dress, you know what I'm saying? And squatted and pissed right there on the corner and looked up at us like it was nothing. And me and my boys was like, that one right there was 5 of us. But with the one guy, it was just me and my boy. I'm not gonna say his name. And he's still in Illinois. And I know he's still bothered by it. Because he didn't really say that much for the rest of the cruise. He was just working, and he would look at me, and I'd be like, "Yo, you alright, cuz?" He's like, "I don't give a fuck who believes it or not. It doesn't matter. What happens, right?" And because of what I saw and all the shit I went through, I was like, I used to say to myself, my grandmother, when I used to tell these things, she says, it's probably still trauma from, when Sheila used to beat the fuck out of you. I was like, I don't know. When you're a baby to about 5 or 6 and your mother's just beating you you're not doing nothing wrong, and just beating you till you black out, scars and setting you up to burn you up in the house with them old long matches and turning the gas oven on and shit. And we're able to get out of that and hanging in the closet. Could it be shock? Could it, there's a reason why my pain tolerance is high. I don't know. I never really studied this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just say, is it possible that something in the trauma allowed me to see something else? I don't have a fucking idea. I don't even study that. Regardless of still reading stuff on sociology and psychology and all that other shit, it barely even taps into it. They know something, you know what I'm saying? And if I could just stop seeing this shit, I'd be so much more, I'm content, but it would be, instead of, it would be better, So I don't give a fuck who believes it or not. The reality is, it's not good. On both sides, it's kind of fucked up. And they can do whatever they want here in the physical, whatever the fuck they consider that. It's not stopping shit. And if they can't stop because they just fucking can't, they're so fucked up and gone. Somebody asked me the other day, right, about that shit with the Israelis wanting to rape the prisoners, because they, you know, they did the broom handle thing like they did to the African brother in New York. What was that? What was that when he stuck the broom up his butt? Remember that? So that's what they did over there. And this is not the first, second, or third, because in Africa and a number of other places this has happened. Even in prison with the, there's a book by a Navy officer who was locked up. This is years ago, and they were raping him. I don't know if it was Angola or wherever the fuck it was. I don't think it was Rikers. It's back in the 70s or 80s. And they kept the shaved, they made in wood shop, I think it was the South, a butt plug to keep him open and ready all the time. And he wrote about it when he got out, everything that happened to him, you know, a naval officer, a Pelskin. And anyone that wants to rape the men prisoners who are not combatants, with civilians, beating on the side, I don't know if that's real, if it was just an act to further pursue and make people want to be, you know, like they believe, like, we're going to kill all the Goyim. I don't know. That's the last of my fucking, I don't give a fuck about that. I just know what I saw. I saw the end. It looked like the fucking end to me. And then I saw me and I saw them. Every fucking body. Just, I don't know who. I just know it's so many fucking people. And they're just walking by. I don't know if they were walking in a circle. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I know I'm watching and I'm looking at them. Like I'm standing right next to them, but I'm looking down on them, like watching them. It's not automated. It's like, and they're looking up at me, and I'm just watching them. I don't know what the fuck happens after. I don't know what happens before. I just know the end, and it's all of a sudden I'm in this place that I can't even say it's dark or it's light. If it's grayish blue, it's the same thing over and over, and people will probably say, "Well, you gotta know what it looks like." It's not. It's not that simple. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So they can keep playing and having fun and laughing and everything. It's coming. There ain't no way to escape it. So I forget what the word is in psychology, but there are people who attempt to make fun of it as if it's going to change something, or it makes them because they're uncomfortable. And so their only thing is some fictional ass dark humor. And I know dark humor, but yeah. Dark humor is for pussies. It's an escape that there's no escape from. So all I know is I saw how the fuck it ends, and it's some crazy looking shit. Was it teacher or was it Trill that said, "Why don't you draw it?" And I says, "I can't. I fucking can't draw it, and I can draw." And I was like, "I can't put this on. I don't know how to put this on paper." Yeah. And so, like I said, I woke up early this AM, and I'm fighting to get up out of it, like taking a deep breath when I realized, okay, I'm actually awake, right? Like, oh shit. And I just laid there on my back, threw my leg up. I was like, oh fuck, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right, I don't want to go back to sleep. And so I've been up ever since. And I says, let me get up, seeing how I'm not going to go back to sleep, and let me fix all this shit. And I've got it pretty much most of the way. And yeah. So there it is. So the monkeys are going to play, you know, slaying shit. And even monkeys have a reason why they do what they do, as far as so-called people, citizens, whatever the fucking term you want to be called. Stupid. Yeah. Yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up. I gotta run out here to the bank and shit like that, and come back and whip something to eat. I mean, I got like an hour and a half. I gotta run out here and take care of this. And if you donate it, I haven't tapped into the Cashapp to see it. The notifications aren't set up yet on here. So if you donate, I appreciate it. I'll shout you out later. But like I said, that was what I was doing. That's why I didn't come on and read. I was over at Verizon store. I didn't want another phone because I knew what it would be. I just says no. I still have important calls and people who have to reach out and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm supposed to take it to Flagstaff and let them fix the screen on it. She thinks it might be the screen because the screen can do that. So it probably is plausible, and he can clean it. So, and I could take this one and return it. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. We'll see. But it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. Let me see something here. Yeah, it's completely off again. Well, it's not off. It's doing that little screen lock thing. So if y'all don't know, it's the Galaxy A15 5G. I don't give a fuck because everything's 5G around here anyway. Yeah, it's doing its dance right now. So I'll just take it to him. I'll probably take it next week. I don't know. Right now, I got somebody that wants to buy a few things. And I need that in case they call because the open house is about to happen. So they can come in and I just push garbage and shit in bags and totes. And they take all the furniture, the clothes go in bags. So most of the clothes is going to the fucking churches over there. I'm just going to drop them off. I guess the Goodwill stuff. A lot of clothes. I don't need the majority of these. I'm pretty much a sweatshirt, t-shirt kind of guy, and tank tops. And for the cold weather, I got what I need. Yeah, it's time. It's time. It's been time actually, and I've been prolonging it so I can do this. And, yeah, it's fucked up. So anyway, let me go ahead and get myself situated so I can get out of here and do what I got to do. And you know, yeah, stop saying, yo, Red, you should be able to get paid and put your stuff together. I know, I want to keep this ungimmicky. I want to just be able to tell it as I see it, what I've known and what I've lived through. As far as all the other shit, man, it is what it is. I can't change it. I can't change that. You know what I mean? People, so-called people, y'all can change a lot. And I know most of you don't want to change nothing, regardless of where you stand. So, it is what it is. Alright? MML, what's up, bro? Home back, gotcha. Most blunted. Alright. Very similar. Yeah, don't never let Navi, what's up, huh? Never let yourself feel like nothing's crazy. Some things are just not understood in this so-called time. Max B, what's going on? Not wishing for distraction from current subject. I was in the way. I often wonder why they allowed the Scarlet Letter in school. There's some, yeah, man. Yo, the Scarlet Letter, right? You know, I got the book and shit. Well, it's a little fucking compact, but I told you. I spoke about the fact that I'm gonna read that with Bella the Dragon and a few other things. That's another book that was taken away from the Apocrypha, taken away from the Bible. There's quite a few books that were taken away from it, and you would wonder why. You know what I mean? But some of those I'm gonna read with some of the quote books that I have that may give a little insight on it. I'm still reading this stuff, you know what I mean? But yeah, it is, you know. Can you get a tour of my home? Yeah, you're in it. It's chaos, yeah. People running in pandemonium and calling on false deities only to perish, leaving a small remnant who are blameless. You know, I don't even get to see who's left back. I don't even get to see that. I would like to say, you know, yeah, but everybody has a thing. Everybody has a role that's going to be played. It doesn't matter what people think or believe. And some, they haven't met their, I don't know, you know what I mean? I mean, I read and I can't say what's exact. I mean, I could point out specifics. But like I said, everybody has a choice. And, you know, you know what I mean? What was that? What was that right there? Yeah, I got it. This thing's asking me if I got it. And I'm the damn. I control this narrative. I don't know. You tell me what's up with a court case. You tell me. You let me know. Okay? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks, Delusions. Yeah, that's just somebody having a hard time. They probably need to be playing Minecraft or something. You know what I mean? It's good to see you, Delusions, Omex. MC Slick. Yeah, what's happening? All right. Alex, you probably need to look at something else, brother. Probably the mirror. Worried about another man's mustache. And you'll be all right. Yep, the average grandpa, whatever the fuck that is. Appreciate it, beloved. Who is this one? Oh, Jake Farm. Yeah, these are the idiots who, no, you know, don't even give them no time. Marcus, what's up? What's up, fam? What's cracking? Oh, man. But anyway, like I said, I felt like it was important to come on and say that, man. I have no control over that shit. Well, let's say maybe somebody's got a frequency and they hit me off with some information. I don't have a fucking clue. I just know that I've been seeing it for over fucking 20 years and fucking shit, it could drive a motherfucker crazy. And it's not doing that to me. I've been actually embraced it, but there's times I just don't want to see it. You know what I mean? You imagine reading a book, you know, a fucking 1,000 times and then you read it another 1,000 times. It's like, nigga, what the fuck? And you would think after reading it 1,000 times that you could repeat it verbatim. No, I could just tell you that the end is going to happen. It's fucked up, no matter what it is I saw. And I know that I'm standing there and I'm looking at people, things, walking by, looking up. And I'm looking at them. I'm looking at all of them. And it's fucked up, you know? And I always attempt to walk back into some of the other dreams that are just magnificent because I want to see more. You know, like when I was talking about me and a couple of siblings in this house high up, and we could see these. This shit was technical, man. Wherever the fuck this was at, and then we go outside, and then this light, and then I'm in another life or another fucking place, and then I attempt to go back to those to see if I can see more, like previously. Or, you know what I mean? I attempt to control either whether I can see more of before or after. And a lot of times when it's the light, it's gone. That's it. And I don't know what it is, what it's to, what the fuck happened. Like I told y'all about on Willowdale and the alleyway and all those white things, people, whatever, all like pure light walking by, and Reg looked and he covered up, and then I'm looking by the window and the motherfucker looks at me, and then I cover up, and then my mother's sitting on my back with my stomach, with my face down, beating the fuck out of me. Stop making that noise, rustling around in the window and stuff. And then the door opens and it's wop, 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 and then I'm waking up the next day bruised and battered. And it's the same thing over, you know, over and over. You know what I mean? So, and then, you know, and then my grandparents and my great-greats and all of them, they rescued us. They kept the family together as it's supposed to. And they kept us together, cousins, and it was just a normal childhood life. Growing up, not broke, not poor, with a wealth of information. And then we get into the point where the government's pouring drugs and guns. And so I go into the military. Selling weed was one thing. Dropping things off, I told you about that, to these certain parties, was another thing. But that was just me growing up, I guess you could say, around thugs or gangsters, which thuggies and all that, these are demons. But by the narrative, when you use these terms, I was like, I gotta get away from this shit. I didn't grow up to be doing, I wasn't being nurtured to do that. And so the best way to, I guess people will say escape, but I could have stayed and just worked. And live this life of fiat, the pool and the house and all that shit. I didn't see nothing in that. So I went in the military. And it was cool. Partying, having a good time. Told you my bunkmate and all that kind of stuff. And the people I met. You know, getting secret clearances. Working on shit I never thought I'd work on. But the traveling world, that was just the most spectacular. Meeting the people and the people that served with us from other countries, you know, getting their citizenship and being able to have a conversation with people who knew more, you know what I mean? That was the greatest thing. And then, you know, a couple of years in, well, world cruise and seeing all the weird shit, you know, I don't know what's wrong with you light-skinned motherfuckers. You want to go up to the Ottoman statue and piss on it. Be in Jamaica around the Rastafaris, getting drunk, high, talking shit to the women, and then end up getting with your booty hole. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but man, thank goodness our people didn't partake. We respected it. Melanated brothers and sisters were respected. I don't know about now with these new age motherfuckers, but we were different. Everywhere we went, we were respectful of the culture. If we had to, we threw the knuckles. I was in 87, 86. We were in Brazil, and you know they have undercover policia, right? Policia. And some of them just didn't like the fact that, you know, brothers and sisters, brothers was getting, well, there wasn't no sisters at that time, but the brothers were getting with these beautiful Brazilian women. So anyway, this one motherfucking cop goes up to these brothers, and I guess he's talking shit, and the brothers, you know, they're drinking a little bit, but they're like, who the fuck is this? They didn't know he was police because they don't say police. He's being a little hands-on. You know, we're talking about some tough motherfuckers. And before you know it, you hear a couple of gunshots, and one bullet went through three individuals, supposedly. We were a block away when we got there. You know, they were one in the gut, and then they were shot by this guy who was now showing he was a police. Yeah. And when we pulled out, they stayed there. They went to prison in Brazil. Followed it for a little while. I believe they were released. I don't know how many years later. But the story was that it was one bullet went through three of them. It didn't. We heard a few shots, and you got to be careful when you're overseas during that time in the 80s. And then we had the one guy the second time we went back who was so drunk and he was violent. So we used to do this thing with the gurneys they call clamshell, where they would take the duty belt, the black canvas belt, and they would put you in the with the carry people, and they would put another one on top, and they would strap it off with the belts, tie it off, so you can't be violent on the boat that takes you back from the landing to the ship. And they had him up on the edge. It caught a wave, and he went in, and he drowned, and he died. There was a lot of bad things that happened. He was an ordnanceman too. He worked the elevators, I think, or something like that. I forget. It might be a little wrong. It's been a long time, but there was a lot of things like that, and he always had some pale skins getting beat up because of these things. So it changed, because I guess the old way of the 60s was gone, and 70s, because they realized, okay, these cats is a little different. They're gonna fuck some people up, because we get out overseas, and if you're on the boat and you acting funny with a group of individuals, and you talking about certain words, and N-word or whatever slips out, and you don't want to get in the ring and box, especially if we had like Still Beach Picnic or something. When you get overseas, the cats would be like, be like a wire, a kite, and they get you out to sea, overseas, and somebody sets you up and get you drunk, or, and then, I've seen a lot of things happen, bro, that it ain't like what it used to be. It's different. You know what I mean? So, at that time. So, my thing was to stay far away from all that shit. Stay away from all that crazy. Because we're living in a world of deception and deep lies. And so you got to do the best you can to snap up out of this, this lie. Yeah, I served the fake government. I sure did. Started over. Well, yeah, I already told a couple stories about some of the things that's easy to pull up as far as history and lynchings and stuff like that. Most of the time it was based on some fake ass woman screaming wolf, crying wolf. And it was with innocent people. It was always for land, the store businesses. It was never for what people think it is. It was always a lie. Most of the people doing the raping back then is just like it is now. Well, now it's different. But you got a lot of dumb Negroes, drugs, and this, that, and other who are raping and doing stuff and molestation and all that. But like historically, yeah, if you look back at what you would consider like going back to the 80s and all the way up into the 60s or 70s, and you see the racism is still alive and well, and it's because people are deplorably stupid. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But yeah, anyway, let me go ahead and get myself together, throw on some jeans and stuff, and get the fuck out of here, and then I'll come on back and I'll chat with you guys. So I'm gonna take this probably next week and see if I can get it fixed. Because they're just gonna replace the screen. She's the manager, so she let everybody off, had a day off, and she ran the business. I was there for about 2 hours with her. After I left Gunfighter Canyon and a few other things I had to do. So let me see. I gotta pull this thing up again because I gotta pull up the address. I gotta go over here and see. He should be in here in about 45 minutes. And write everything down again on here because some things I couldn't transfer and I can't pull it up because it keeps freezing. See, it's there. You heard that? That's me. But I can't see anything because the screen goes out. And I said like this little, almost 3/4. I can't see nothing. It's just yellow. So, all right. Anyway, I'll see you guys a little later, man. Let me go ahead and do what I got to do. Donation lines are still open for the books. We'll come in. I still got to finish setting this damn thing up. I'm not messing with TikTok and all that goofy shit. People over there, they look so goddamn stupid. They got great informative people who have found their niche. I never really went at people hard or anything like that. I would just share history, and I guess the little fake ass Jews or the government agents or whatever the fuck it is, whatever, they feel some kind of way because you know, you're not gonna feel some kind of way if nobody's not telling the truth about you. If somebody's just making up shit, you know, what the fuck do you care? But when you hit people in the gut, and you have people who don't have no self-control, sometimes, you know, it is what it is. You know, my buddy who worked, he said several times when a guy would come running down, yeah, don't, he said, oh man, I already got rid of the account. You know, and so to hear something from somebody that worked on these platforms, you know, I guess I can only sit here and be, you know, I can only state what they say. I don't work for the motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. Yeah, Instagram, I'm on there. I didn't even put that on here yet. I don't know. I might put it on. I don't know. Because I really want to get away. I want to get away from all these platforms. Just use this one. Because I want the when I tell a story, I wanted to reach as many people as possible. They'll probably hear it and be like, oh shit. You know, there ain't nothing they can do to stop it once people hear the story. Not a goddamn thing. I can't stop shit. All right. So I'm gonna see you guys a little later. I don't know if there's any ladies in here, but y'all already know, brothers. All right. An old military guy told me she instructed me rightly. Excellent. That's what's up. And a serious dark side. All right. Appreciate that, beloved. Anyway, I'm gonna see y'all here in a little bit. Oh, Ganja. You got my number. I'm not gonna put it out on here. But make sure all Mac and them so they can call, and maybe I can create. I told you to share it with them so they can call the fucking number and I can incorporate them. And obviously people are hard-headed, so Mac, everybody, call the fucking number so we can get the chat and keep it going. I haven't been able to pull the pictures and all the videos, but fuck them. That's just where I'm at. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, you did? Well, if they see it, you would think they would fucking use their hyper and call the fucking number or send a message so I can lock them in. All right? So anyway, I'll see y'all here in a little bit.